Hey Bubble family, welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be my Wednesday. Now I'm trying to find one for Wednesday. Now I normally do Wednesday wisdom, which is, so I have kind of two variations on the day. So if I'm going to do kind of like a rant, I was trying to think of a word I could use. So I don't know if you guys out there can help me, because I was thinking of Wednesday wrath, because it begins with a W, but I kind of feel that's just a bit too harsh. Last week I did the Wednesday wrecking ball with Harry, but I kind of don't feel that it's the same for this one. So when I do these, that it has to be, because I've seen quite a few of you have come through with some ideas, some great ideas actually. And so I need one for Wednesday, but it has to start with a W. So obviously like Monday madness, Monday meltdown, Monday moment, Tuesday tantrum, Tuesday tea in therapy, so it's kind of like I'm just kind of trying to keep with the same letter, just a quirky thing. So in this one, so I'm going to go with Wednesday whatever. So Wednesday whatever, maybe that's the one I'll use, Wednesday whatever, because today I want to talk about Katie Price. I have a real kind of strong feelings in regards to Katie Price, because I used to really, really respect her. Not kind of the choices that she's made in regards to page 3 and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, that's just not my thing. And it was hers, and at the end of the day, that's entirely up to her. But since she's kind of, to be fair, I feel like since Peter Andre, she's been on this kind of downward slope. And I know that some people would argue that perhaps that even started before then, and maybe she did. I think Peter Andre kind of calmed her a little bit. But ever since then, she's just kind of, where she's dated multiple men, and these relationships haven't worked out, and now she's with this guy Carl, and then they split up, and now they're back together. And then there's the whole bankruptcy thing, and now she's back in court again, where she's basically being she's being charged with abusing a restraining order against one of her ex-partners. Was he a husband, Kieran? I'm not even sure if he was a husband or he was a boyfriend or whoever it was, but she's got children with him. But he's now with somebody else. I'm not going to name her because she's not done anything wrong. She seems like a really nice person, a bit like kind of Peter Andre's wife, seems quite together and quite stable, quite nice. And it just seems that Katie has an issue with these people. I do feel that she's jealous. She has so much in the way of insecurities, which is why she consistently has the plastic surgery done, consistently work done on her body, and just trying to kind of be relevant still, because I'm guessing that is her bread and butter. You've got younger models, up and coming younger models, and she's just trying to stay. She's always doing something to get in the media. And then the whole thing with her, I think what frustrates me is more with the children, because, these poor children, thank goodness, for the most part, they seem to have quite grounded fathers, like with Kieran, Peter. But I just feel so sad for them, because they're seeing this mum who just seems to be just unraveling. She just seems to not be able to deal with the fact that people have moved on, like Kieran moved on, and they seem to have moved on with quite stable relationships. They've stayed consistent, whereas with Katie, I think she's just forever trying to find, I wonder if she's always trying to recreate what she had with Peter Andre, because I think he probably was the love of her life, and he was good for her, but unfortunately, with someone like Katie, the personality that she is, he was too boring. He probably wanted to be quite settled, quite stable, be at home, and she just wanted to party. So she would have got bored, and this is what I kind of think happened. It's she wanted to kind of go out, and she wanted to stay relevant, and being part of a couple probably aggravated her, because I think there's some narcissism in there. So I think, when you're looking at all of that package, you can just see this woman unraveling completely. And I just think, how many more chances has this woman got to have? For the rest of us, if we totaled our car and we've been behind the wheel, intoxicated, whether it be drink, drugs, whatever, we would have been put in prison. To me, there's no two which ways about it. But again, she's let off. She's supposedly bankrupt, yet she can go on holiday. She can have all these all this work done, and yet she owes people so much money, like I think to do with her mansion that she was trying to get sorted. She owes the workmen that have come in and done things. She owes them money on the mortgage. I think she owes them money on contractors, and she doesn't pay them, allegedly. I mean, I'm only going by what I've seen, but we have seen that she has been bankrupt, probably more than once, and yet she still kind of almost sticks her fingers up at it and just goes on holiday, goes and gets work done. And then I think she's in this kind of very dysfunctional relationship with this new guy, and I just feel really sad for the kids, because when not only have you got this dysfunctional mum who's just desperate to stay young and relevant, she's in the public eye as well. I mean, it's bad enough if you have a mum like this, but then you've got a mum that's in the public eye. So like I say, it's I think it's very good that they have got stability in regards to Peter Andre and Peter Andre's wife. I love the fact that Peter Andre and his wife, they've got 2 children and they are never in the public eye. You very, very rarely see them. And Princess and Junior seem to be pretty grounded. Kieran's children as well, you very rarely see in the public eye. But Katie, she's always doing these kind of docu-series where you're kind of I'm doing my mucky mansion up, or I'm going abroad and getting my teeth done, let's do some YouTube videos about that. And the other one, which I feel, and again, people might disagree with me, but I do feel that she exploited Harvey, and I used to have a lot of respect for her, because I do think as a single mum it is very hard, especially when you're raising a child that has got complex needs, and for the most part, I do think that, she's worked, really hard, but you have to look at the fact that she had her mum around, she had support there, she had nannies, and she has money. This is not somebody that's on the breadline here, so it's a massive, a lot of people have said, oh, she's a really great mum, but I think a lot of people can be good parents if they, without all that, and they can be good parents with that. For most people, like myself included, who were single mums coming up in the, raising children with no money, and having to kind of juggle and make ends meet. And, it's, you got challenging behavior, and then you're, a single mum doing it on your own. And then, on top of that, not a lot of money to do it with. Money does help, if you've got the means to, where you can have whatever you want. It's, it does make life a little bit easier, I would say. But aside from that, I just feel that this kind of irresponsible woman, which she's very irresponsible. She doesn't think about Harvey, because, and her other children, because yes, they have, if anything happened to her behind a wheel of a car or whatever, which God forbid, I wouldn't want anything to happen to anybody. But if it did, Kieran, her children have got Kieran or Peter Andre. But Harvey, Katie is all he's got. And I just think, Katie, I mean, not that I think for one second she won't watch my video, but just get some help. I don't know whether you've had therapy or anything before, but please sort yourself out, because you are clearly in a very dysfunctional relationship with this new guy. I do not think it is all hearts and roses the way you portray it to be. I am also inclined to believe that when this situation happened, where apparently someone hit her, even though he's denied it, I'm not sure if I believe that's true, because they've never really said who the person was. And I do think they had an altercation, and I think perhaps he was a bit rough with her. And I think the reason why that it's not been put out there is because she's codependent, and she knew that she'd probably get back with him. and this does happen, you know, and I'm not judging her on that aspect of it, because I understand, especially in my line of work, that these things happen. But it's the getting behind a wheel of a car. It is doing the things that she does in the public eye, rather than just going, do you know what, I've earned X amount of money, I'm now going to enjoy my life, and I'm going to enjoy my kids, and I'm going to kind of do things behind the scenes because I've had my time. You know, this woman just is so desperate to stay relevant, and so desperate to be in the public eye, that it's almost like she's now become a laughing stock. Nobody really takes her seriously. And that's a real shame, because there was a moment when people did start to take her a little bit more seriously with the stuff with Harvey. But it's kind of now changed, and not so much. So kind of my Wednesday whatever is really about Katie Price and her behavior. I don't know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe some of you from America don't even really know who this person is. You know, what I would say is probably Google her. She was known as Jordan, and then she's now Katie Price, but she is a little bit of a train wreck, I think, you know. And I think, and it's sad, because I just feel for the kids. It's like, you know, kids don't ask to be brought into the world. You know, when they do, it's not about being the perfect parent, because I don't even think there is such a thing. But as long as but love your children and be good to them. Don't embarrass them in the way that you are, and, you know, don't do things that could potentially put your life in danger, so then they don't have their mum anymore. You know, if your behavior is out of control, look at it. It is your responsibility to look at that behavior. But the fact is, she's consistently being enabled. Like, again, she's back in court again. You know, she was back in court with the drunk driving, and she's been back in court numerous times for drunk driving, but still they let her off with a fine or a ban. And then she gets behind a wheel of a car even though she's banned, and then they just give her a slap on the wrist again. You know, and now, like I say, she's back in court because she was abusive to Kieran's partner. You know, and it's kind of like, oh, I'll just say sorry and then it's all okay. And I do wonder, and if I'm truly honest, whether, you know, maybe it is about time that she goes behind bars, because maybe that is the only thing that is going to wake her up and stop her before she does something that is irreparable. Whether it be she, you know, more seriously is her gets behind a wheel of a car and kills somebody. Because inadvertently, you know, if you don't think that if you think you're kind of untouchable, that's what you'll do. And it will be on her, and it will be the court system who seem to be consistently letting her get away with things, when the rest of us, like we've all seen, that there seems to be this different rule for people that are higher up in the world, in a sense, in society. Celebrities seem to have a different, you know, playbook than the rest of us muggles. So yeah, so that's my kind of, I'm really tired. I'm tired of seeing her in the paper for something that is not good. It's always some drama. It's boring, and, you know, and I really think this woman really needs to grow up and stop behaving irresponsibly. So yes, so today that is my Wednesday whatever. And so, yeah, so if you guys can think of anything else, please let me know in the comments, or email me. If you would like me to have a bit of a rant about something, then again, please message me, you know, in the comments, or email me. As always, at the moment, I am stripping my hair at the moment, because I'm going to colour my hair. And the first strip has, probably as you can see, is stripped to kind of to here, but it's still dark here, so I need to get that. Probably need to do another one, and it's a bit of I hate the smell. It's horrible, the smell. Things we have to do as women, and I know that a lot of you be like, just gracefully go grey. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not ready yet. I'm just not ready. So that's what I'm doing today, working and doing my hair. And so yeah, and also I will say my live will be with Trev on Friday again at 7 p.m. So if you have nothing better to do, please come join us for our usual banter and laughs. If you do not like swearing, that's probably not for you, because Trev does like to swear a little bit. And also I'm going to be doing some prize giveaways. So I'm going to be doing I'm going to give some information on Friday as a Friday fun. So if you are interested, I'm not going to tell you anything more about it because it's exciting. So if you are wanting to know more about my little prize giveaways, then make sure you tune in on Friday. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because that is the requirement, that the people that enter must be subscribed to my channel. And yeah, wait and see. So that's all from me today. I hope you are well. I hope you are being as amazing as you are. Thank you for everyone who has bought me a cup of tea, to everyone who is supporting my channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, please subscribe. I am now at 13, halfway, 13,200 something, but almost halfway to 13,300. So so thank you to everyone new that's joined me. You are making this channel happen. So thank you. Love you all. My rant is over, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Mwah.